It's the Don't Make It Weird podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Dina Saurus.
I'm not Daniel. Where's Daniel? I was told Daniel would be here. Anyway, I'm Dustin Taylor. You might remember me from an episode a couple years ago. I was a guest on here. I spoke about my book. And I know I'm no beautiful bearded 80s shock jock, but I do have a corgi. I'm occasionally eloquent, and I'm habitually on time, unlike other hosts on the show. So I was invited back here to help out. But we all know that I can't do this on my own because I don't know what the hell I'm actually doing. And fortunately, I've got an incredible guest host with me that you all know and some of you love. I had a dream she was sipping White Claw neat. Highest floor, the Bowery, nowhere's high enough. Somewhere along the lines, we started seeing eye to eye. We were staying out all night and she'd had enough. Yeah, she always want to know where we've been or where we're going, but we know she will be home and we won't be on our own. She's going to walk us through the dark side of the morning. She's going to rock us when the sun won't let us sleep. She's waking up to drive us home when we're drunk and not alone. She's going to walk us through the dark side of the morning. It is Dina Saurus.
Wow. That was all-time best intro ever. That was way better than anything Daniel could come up with. That was good. Yeah, that was a good one. I'm proud of you.
That's why I've been up since 4.
Okay, so here's the thing. Why would you wake up at 4 a.m. and ever?
So, you know the imaginary friends we were talking about earlier? Well, mine is anxiety, and it's not imaginary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What does it look like? Like a person or a creature?
Just a lot of tears.
Oh my God. Alrighty, Dustin, who are we missing?
We are missing the man that makes this all happen. Open up your eyes, take a look at him. Get the picture fixed in your memorim. He's driven by the rhythm like the beat of a heart, and he won't stop until he starts to stand out. To stand out. Some people settle for the typical thing, living all their lives waiting in the wings. It ain't a question of if, just a matter of time before he moves to the front of the line. And once you're watching every move that he makes, you gotta believe that he got what it takes to stand out above the crowd, even if he gotta shout out loud. So his is the only face you see, gonna stand out till you notice him. It's Producer Sean.
Hey.
Holy shit.
Best intros
I got so
ever.
excited when I realized what song you were doing.
Daniel told me it was your favorite one, but I came up with it before he told me that.
I wanted you to do the whole thing. Like I didn't want it to stop.
Good.
That's what she said.
Oh my God. And there it is. On that note, our first buzz of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we play some drinking games around here. If you hear a buzzer like that, that means someone said one of our buzzwords or phrases, and that means it's time to drink. And also we play Buffalo around here, which means we drink with our offhand. All of us are right-handed, which means that we all must drink with our left hand. If we're caught drinking with our right hand, we can get buffaloed, which means we need to finish our drink right now. Drink responsibly along with us at home.
Please. Or don't.
We're not your boss, so yeah, do what you want.
No, I'm not your mother.
So Daniel is not joining us today, if that wasn't clear. He's got some serious legal issues happening, and we're not actually at liberty to talk about it. But just know he misses you all.
He just couldn't keep his foot out of his mouth. Like all that he had to do was take some time to learn from those around him. And what did he do? No, he made it worse.
He kept digging a larger hole, and you know what? It's perfect puppy dog energy, and that's what we love him for. So
I told
we wish him all the
not
best.
Be called as a witness defense. So.
Well, let's not talk about the legal aspect of it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You're right. That's.
I'd rather not be an accessory at this point.
Yeah.
You're his cover, bro.
Let's get right into it, you guys. Dina, have you prepared a TikTok conspiracy for us? Oh my goodness! Yeah. Then that's all. Dim the lights.
Okay, are you
and
guys
prepare
ready?
Ourselves for Dina's TikTok conspiracy corner.
So. This is kind of one of those open-ended conspiracies that I don't know what it means or where it's going, but it's all that I have. Area 51 is a portal away.
Away to where?
Wait, I don't know.
Away from here, I think is the implication.
Portal. That's all that I know. I don't know if it's a portal to another planet. Maybe that's where we have the alien links. I don't know if it's a portal to California instead of New Mexico. I don't know. Maybe it's a portal to New York. Maybe it's connected to the Denver airport.
I love how you're just putting this together right now.
It's the best part about it. It's how the best conspiracy theories come about.
I just hear the line and then I don't question it. I just write it down. And that's where we're at. Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter where it goes. The implication is that it's a portal from here to somewhere else.
It's not housing any aliens. It's just a portal.
But you're surmising that it could be somewhere else on Earth that it takes you to. Like it could just drop you in the middle of like rural Europe or something.
Or is it just one of those portals like the ones they put up, I think, from the East Coast to Europe where that woman flashed everybody? Or are aliens going to flash us?
Oh, so like you're just like able to see another place, but it doesn't necessarily take you anywhere.
Visual portal.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know, but I'm shoving Daniel inside if it's an actual portal.
Listen, as far as Area 51 is concerned, I think all of the freaky supernatural shit resides there. I think that's literally where all the government secrets are kept in an underground vault. And that includes any weird alien supernatural of other universe situations that you could possibly think of. That's my
everything we never want to know.
Yeah.
And then like when people started catching on, then they move things.
Well, they just throw it in the portal, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's basically an incinerator.
It's the back door.
You want to incinerate Daniel? Oh my God.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh man, Jesus. What do you think, Dustin? As an expert on Area 51 and aliens and whatnot, Dustin, what do you think about it?
As an expert, I've always wanted to go there and check it out. I think it would be very interesting to see if there's like a vibe to know. Like, I feel like if there was a vibe, you know, like when you feel like there's a ghost in a house you're in or something,
yeah.
I feel like that would give me more certainty, but I like the uncertainty of it.
Do you guys remember back, I think it was 2020, maybe 2021, where everybody...
Hold on a second. Why did I just notice that you have tiny mic?
I was waiting on you guys to notice.
I noticed. I guess I just don't question things anymore.
Yeah,
That's
no,
fair.
you should never question.
Really.
I wore a crown last episode and nobody questioned it. It was back in 2020 or 2021, and everybody was planning via Facebook. They got together and were planning on storming Area 51. What happened to that? What happened?
Maybe they did, and they covered it up. I think
that
they went through the portal.
Yeah, I think that what happened was the news reported that no one showed up, but I think a lot of people did show up.
In Area 51.
Anyone who got close enough was just thrown into the portal.
Oh, yeah. We're sticking with portal. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I feel it. I'm with this portal thing. I think it's totally believable.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
What if it, like, anytime you throw something into it, it just goes somewhere else, random? Like,
no one goes to the same place.
It's like jumping through one of the doors in Monsters, Inc. You don't know where you're going to end up. You know what I mean?
It's circumcised.
Jesus. Put the tip back on, you weirdo.
All right, guys. It's time for a segment that we in no way stole from our friends over at We Have Issues podcast. Don't check them out. Don't like and subscribe. It's time for our Accountability Buddy segment. Dustin, have you written anything?
Recently?
Are you even going to hold the mic towards him so he can answer?
I thought about doing that too.
Are we going to do the forgetting Sarah Marshall bullshit?
Yeah. Are we? No, you're too close now.
Do you have anything that you've been accountable doing creatively lately or no?
Not lately. I've got a few things still in progress that have been in progress for a very long time. The last several months, I haven't been too productive with it, just kind of making this move happen that I did. My focus has been elsewhere. But they are still on the top of my list, and I still look at them every now and then and noodle. Sorry, I noodle ideas.
Please speak into the microphone.
And there's still I've got 3 ideas that are the longest running ones I've been working on, and I'm still very excited about them, and I still very much try to figure out where they're going. I just haven't sat down in front of my computer in a while to really weed it out. But
that's fair.
I'm settled in up here in Seattle, and I'm ready to kind of add that into my routine again. And now I've got kind of a groove of life down. So
you did write a lovely poem for Dina, so there's that.
I did. I
that
didn't
does
write
count.
That was Kygo and Selena Gomez.
Fair.
I did almost write you a poem, but it was 4 a.m, and
that
my
was
brain wasn't working
complete.
yet.
That was a completely original piece of work.
It wasn't stolen, just like the accountability segment.
Yeah, exactly.
Sean, have you been working on anything like editing episodes or anything like that?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been dragging my ass because it's really hard to find time to do it, and then when I do have time to do it, I'm like exhausted. And like I sit down in front of it. I just need to dedicate a time and be like, you know what? Just get started. Because I know that if I get started and I can get like 2 minutes into it, then I'll just hammer it out. The getting started part is the hard part.
I admire people who can just genuinely block time like that and stick to it.
I really can't. Like even I do actually put it on my calendar regularly, and then I just kick the can down the road because I don't feel like it in that moment, or something else came up. Like we just hosted a 35-person Friendsgiving at my house 2 days ago, and I literally had to move everything out of my front room and dining room into the garage in order to make room for banquet tables, and it was exhausting.
What's it like
to have that many friends? Oh my god.
So
we get along better than me and Daniel.
So I will say I'm of the age where most of the people in my life are having kids. So I have friends that have 1, 2, 3, 4 kids.
Gross.
So like
most of
at least
children.
10 or 12 of those people were children.
Okay.
And then I have a few really good friends that I've been friends with since I was in middle school, and Kelly invited some of her friends. So, it adds up. But
that's awesome.
I don't have any like direct relatives in the area. So holidays like Thanksgiving, like when I was a kid, everyone would get together and stuff. But like at my age now, people have either died or moved away. So like we do a Friendsgiving thing so that we can have like a big celebration with people, and then literally this Thursday, like as of this recording, it's a few days before Thanksgiving. So this Thursday, Kelly and I will just like have a small 2-person Thanksgiving dinner just because we got the big thing out of our system, and the kids will be with their other respective parents. So
honestly, I would rather do a Friendsgiving instead of like a family Thanksgiving anyway.
I like Friendsgivings.
Yeah, they're way better.
They really are. There's less contention, and like I don't.
I'm not like trying to like tiptoe around people. Like they're my friends. Like I can be myself.
Yeah, no one's gonna want to talk about politics, and no one's gonna like give you a hard time for how fat you've gotten or why you haven't had more kids.
Yeah.
Talking about myself, I don't know what your family members say to you.
You just quoted my family. So.
Oh yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that. I just need to get started. I know that if I get started, then I will finish it. I just getting over that hump is the hard part.
Yeah. 100%.
I feel that.
Dina, what have you been working on? Because I feel like you're just at it lately.
You still can't talk about it, can you?
Yeah, I still am under an NDA, and I don't have. I'll be able to talk about it after Friday, but I might not want to talk about it again. So
I mean, that's assuming that timelines are stuck to. We know that these things aren't ironclad, so hopefully Friday is the cutoff.
I'm gonna rip Range's dick off if I have to wait through the weekend. I've been doing that. I started working on my memoir again.
Oh, braggadocious.
And then I
listen, Dustin, she said something earlier today that hurt me to my core. She said, I'm almost 30 in the context of getting old. And I just wanted to put the barrel of a gun in my mouth.
No, that's my job later on. I'll just for you when
Oh
you
yeah,
get
I also
senile.
asked her like to be my person if I ever reach a point of no quality of life. If I can't wipe my own ass, or if I have dementia or something like that, just give me the of mice and men treatment. You know?
Can you do the same for me, please? I'll
I
pay
got
for your
you.
flight.
I
and
got,
everything.
I
We
got
got a
so
pact.
many people lined up now. This is so cool. I
Dina
hope that
finally
like
gets
it's
to
legal
kill a
by the
person.
time I
She's
get
so
here.
Give
excited
the
about
woman a
it.
fully automatic weapon. Just let her do it all in one fell swoop.
Can everybody line up?
Just line up against a wall. Jesus.
And then I've also been trying to work on my spy novel too, but like I kind of hit a wall with it. I got done at the sex tower, and now I just don't care.
Everybody finishes at the sex tower.
Yeah, that's where everyone climaxes, is at the sex tower. Once you hit the climax, though, there's very little left, as we learned last week.
Yeah. And then I've just been binging this really amazing book series with Shannon. Shout out Sing Pickle Be Praised. So yeah, that's been taking up most of my time. And then just waiting and watching the minutes count down till Friday.
I believe that.
How many books are in that series that you're reading with Shannon?
At least 9.
Oh, so you have some content.
I read 4 books in a week, bro.
Oh my
No
God.
way.
There's not much content left. Yeah, no, Shannon just started book 3. I think she's halfway through, and it's been like 4 or 5 days for her. Like, it's so good.
Is this that
It's so
Zodiac one?
Yeah,
I saw you
Zodiac
posted about?
Academy is
Okay.
so good.
You
Oh my
guys
God.
fucking read so much. It's insane.
I abandoned all of my responsibilities, and I literally chucked my kid outside, and I was like, have a blast, and I just sat and
I'll see you
read.
at dinner time, kid. Just like
Come in when the
waddling around the
lights
yard.
come on.
That's how I was raised, baby, and I turned out fine, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
everything's good. It's fine.
And you're lining up someone to kill you at some point. You're doing
Yeah.
fine.
It's fine.
Sooner than later,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, so that's about it. And then my Neopet is doing great. I'm almost to 5 million Neo cash points, whatever.
I
Okay,
saw
but
your
are you
posts about
feeding
that
your
and almost
Neopet?
went there again.
Am I feeding it?
Mm,
We don't need to talk about
Is
it.
it alive or do
the
you see
food
its
costs
ribs?
money.
I definitely see its ribs. It's crying. When I signed in this morning, it was crying because it was so hungry.
Is
But
there
I
like a
didn't feel like going
Neopet
to the giant
CPS that
omelet.
we can report you to?
Probably. It's so detailed. I didn't feel like going to the giant omelet, and I'm too rich for the food pantry, so I was like, fuck you. You can starve. So
Dustin, are you a Neopetter yourself?
I was, and
Are
when
you
I
a
started,
Neopetsman?
Neopets. I saw her posting about it. I'm like, okay, is this coming back? Is it a thing, or is it just
No.
a Dina thing? Okay.
it's just a Dina thing.
Okay.
It's
No.
not. It's
She
not.
just
coming
one
back.
day decided, she was like, remember Neopets? I'm going to see if I can log in. And it was like 10 years after the last time she had logged into it or
That's
some shit.
wild.
Yeah.
You have the
Yeah.
same email address?
No, I had to contact corporate
Mhm.
or headquarters, and I was like, "Hey, I want my account
She
back."
kept escalating it.
There's
did.
like one person that works there anymore. Just
I'm
taking
pretty
calls from
sure
people
there's
like you.
3. Based on their TikTok, I think there's 3 of them. And yeah, I contacted them multiple times, and I was like, "I want my account back. I can prove who I am. I'll send you my birth certificate if I have to." And once I went that route, they were like, "No, we don't need that. Just take the
She
account."
cares this much? Who gives a shit? Just give her the password.
And now they're
Yeah.
watching you not feed your pet. And they're just like, what the hell is that for?
They're like, I don't get it. She's logging in, but she's just letting her pet die.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Gosh.
that's where
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
at right now. Do you guys hear that?
That's the wrong button. Do it again.
I did. I was like, oh, panicked.
I tried to no look it and I failed.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Fuck. Now I have to fucking leave it in.
You're changing up.
Do you guys hear that? Voicemail.
Voicemail.
Hey, I'm Marty Dolan, the common sense Democrat running against AOC in tomorrow's primary election.
Tomorrow's primary. This was in June.
Harvard business graduate and global financial analyst with over
Good for him.
30 years of experience. During AOC's 6 years in Congress, our city has declined. Crime, rents, and cost of living have all skyrocketed, while good jobs
You know what?
and dreams have
You know
declined.
what? This is this is an out of date political message. Like, I'm sorry, everybody. Let's see
I
if we can
love
get a
that
better
for
one.
us.
Oh, we have another one. Here we go. Yeah, you better refill your drink.
No.
Hi there. This is Marshall Elias Faust coming from you from the mountains of Black Peak.
Elias Faust!
Love that guy.
Grady Cicero and eat a olive hot dog with a side of cilantro and well, look at my horse. And I think to myself, that sun is, well, it's hella yellow. And
He
Fucking
did
Faust.
he dropped the A. Does that still count?
me and
Yeah.
Lafayette Garland have taken a fancy to it, and nice and Dura herself, falling from the stars and such, but we just needed you all to know, well, particularly Daniel and Sean and Dina, and well,
Dustin.
And Dustin.
mainly Sean, that producer Sean. I cannot begin to tell you the dulcet tones of his ringing voice. Well, we had to tell you a little joke that maybe only you guys get, because it comes from the bottom of our soul. Well, I guess you could call it our feet. And our feet, well, they're made for walking up and down the streets of Black Peak. And I had a woman tell me once, well, that's what she said. That woman is finer than the stars in the sky. So from all of us here out in Black Peak, me in particular, you can tell Rance D. Denton to go fuck himself. That Bible, I'd love to make like Val and Earl and stick that Bobo up my butthole.
It's
Elias Faust, everybody! From the novel His Ragged Company, a testimony of Elias Faust by Rance D. Denton. Wow,
Man.
that was amazing.
yeah.
I should have married a cowboy.
I know, right? Wasn't that like
Just
That was so
oddly like entrancing?
sultry.
he had a good
Yeah.
voice.
Yeah,
Should start
that's good.
buying Tim boots and spurs and
He
chaps.
wants to be a cowboy so bad, and like anytime he's like tried to get boots or a hat, I just can't take him seriously. I'm
Sean,
like,
correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like every guy kind of wants to be a cowboy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah,
Are you
especially
kidding
after
me?
watching Yellowstone. Like,
It's
shit.
mainly
You know,
like
The Good, the Bad, and Huckleberry Hound.
it reminds me of when Ted Mosby got the red cowboy boots, and he's always like pulling them off. He's not pulling them off, but god damn it, he wants to pull them off so bad, and I feel that vibe. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh yeah.
I
hold
bet
on,
Dina
I'm sorry.
owns cowboy boots.
Yeah, I used to ride.
Yeah, but you don't ride in cowboy boots. You ride in fucking riding boots.
I mean, I never had riding boots. I only ever rode in cowboy boots.
Oh my god. Did you have a leather vest too?
A leather jacket.
Were there tassels?
No.
No. Not real.
Should get
All my dreams are
spurs.
crushed. See, I wish I could pull off the suede jacket with the tassels. Like literally the look that Marty McFly has in Back to the Future Part 3
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
pink radioactive like cowboy shirt and the tassels and stuff. That's the look I want to pull off, and I want people to just accept me for it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. I get it. But like, also, that's not like real cowboy. Like, real cowboy is gonna show up in plaid like Dustin with like a Hallmark vest and
Did
Did you say
boots.
Hallmark vest?
Yeah. Yeah. The zipper.
Tis the
what-
season, right?
the puff jacket. The puff daddy. Speaking of Diddy,
No, we're not doing that.
We don't speak of Diddy here.
Speaking of
Drino,
Diddy, I
what you
stocked up on baby oil today.
what is baby oil used for? Oh, I
Lubrication.
just found this. What? No, but really, what is baby oil used for? Because you can't use it on a
Mario
baby.
Kart. Just
Yeah.
shooting it out the back.
Uh-huh. That's true.
Home Alone traps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Home Alone traps.
Is it really supposed to be used as a lubricant though? Because you can't use it on a baby. So what is baby oil for?
For not making babies.
Oh my god. Baby oil is a versatile product, typically made of mineral oil and sometimes enriched with fragrance or vitamins. It's commonly used for skin moisturization, baby care, Used to massage infants, which can promote bonding, relaxation, and improve sleep. It can help loosen cradle cap, which is a common scalp condition in babies.
Cradle cap. Okay.
It's a gentle moisturizer for dry areas like elbows, knees, and cuticles, and can be used as a makeup remover for stubborn products, especially around the eyes. Often employed as a massage oil for its smooth texture. It can be used in hair care. Some people use baby oil to add shine or smooth, frizzy hair. It can also help remove gum or sticky substances from hair. It can be used as lubrication, used as a gentle lubricant for squeaky hinges or zippers, though it's not safe for latex products. You hear that, Diddy? DIY, I know that Diddy listens to this, by the way. DIY and household uses: removing sticky residue from labels or adhesives, cleaning and shining stainless steel appliances or leather products. Ooh, I'm going to try that on my kitchen appliances.
Yeah, me too. I
I'm gonna
just
use it on my leather
threw
products.
out a bottle too. God damn it.
What kind of leather products are we talking about, Dustin?
You can fit a nice sized red room in a 661 square foot apartment, turns
He's
out.
not wrong.
Shit. Nice.
Nice.
So if you want to talk to us about baby oil and tell us about all the uses you have for it, you can give us a call at what number, Dina?
You can call us at 347-69-WEIRD. That's 347-699-3473. The Eagle.
You can also text message us too. You could send Dustin
maybe we'll
your love
answer you.
notes.
Yeah.
You can
They'll forward them.
send us whatever you want.
I've always wanted to get a love letter, and I never, well, one time I did, and I thought that it was a secret admirer, but it was just my sister, and she thought it was really funny. But yeah, anyway, send us a text.
Duly noted.
Oh, Dina, like every 10 minutes you drop like a really quick, no context, sad moment from your life. And then I'm just like, ugh.
Like last night when I was casually told you that our family friend tried to off himself. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
Oh, man.
So nice.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Take a breath.
All right.
Dina, it's about getting that time, I think. Do you consider yourself a tease?
Tickle the pickle. Shout out Shannon. Wait, we already did that, but it's fine. Tickle the pickle. Yeah, so today's story time is going to be about my encounter with the KFC Colonel Mustard Sanders
Now you're thinking of Clue, the board
in the
game.
kitchen with the knife. Yeah. Colonel Mustard. We're going to talk about the time that
Colonel Sanders.
Fuck, I'll get it.
The guy with the
We're
white
gonna talk about my
goatee.
encounter at KFC, okay? It has nothing to do
She
with
had
the
an
fucking
encounter at the fried chicken chain, everybody. Okay,
Haven't
save
we
it for
all?
story time. Save it for
Okay.
story time.
Okay.
You guys, I asked Dina what game she wanted to play, and she asked Dustin what game he wanted to play. And according to her, allegedly, unprompted, and without threatening him, he chose the word association game.
Without prompting him.
So
Without
just
threat.
a quick reminder, in word association, I will say a random word to either Dina or Dustin, and then they will each react to it back to back until somebody breaks or we decide that it's the end of the round. Your objective, you guys, is to give us your gut reaction without thinking to the word, and then Dina will react, for example, and then Dustin will react to her reaction, and then she'll react to his reaction like a chain. Like you're not
Chain
just gonna
reaction?
like a chain reaction.
It's a good
You're not
game.
just going to
Fuck, I love
continually
game show
react
words.
to the original word like Daniel would do. You want to, you're also not trying to make a sentence or build a story. You're trying to just react with your gut reaction word, whatever comes to mind. Okay?
I want to cut this. Sorry.
No, but it looks more legit with a wire.
Oh, do you
Yeah, it
think?
does.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it looks real. Like now now the audience knows that's not your actual mic.
Should have pushed the real
Might
one
not.
just off screen.
Yeah, I should have.
All right, so we're going to start with word association. Dustin, as our guest co-host, I'm going to start with you, okay, buddy?
Let's
you
do
ready
it.
for this?
As
You
ready
got
as I
your
can
gut reared up, ready to go?
Ready to go.
All right,
Yeehaw.
Dustin, your first word is spelunker.
Cave diving.
Rocks.
Music.
The concert.
Eras tour.
Taylor Swift.
Travis Kelce.
Football.
Chiefs.
Hallmark. Oh.
Channel.
Okay, hold the fuck up. You guys are too good at this.
Sorry. I'll be back.
By the way,
I'll be
I'm
worse.
100% watching that Hallmark movie that's
I am
based
too.
on
I'm so ready.
Taylor and Travis.
Oh God,
I
is there
can't
one?
wait.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Travis and Travis's mom is in it. Like she's like in the
Seriously.
movie.
Oh my gosh.
I really think that we should try to do a DMIW Theater 3000. A weird Theater 3000.
I mean, they'll shut us down, but we can try. All right, Dinosaurs D. Your word is wombat.
Oh, I can't say the actual word. I'm sorry. Shit. Give me a different one, because I said bat, and now I've thought about it way too much.
This is Dina's first time playing this game. Dina, your word is squoosh.
Squirrel.
Nuts.
Oh my god, I think Dustin is in Dina's head right now, and it's fucking with her.
It is. Okay.
It's like when you play ping pong with someone who's like really good and you're like trying to keep up and you're like, oh God, that's what I did with Dustin in Seattle.
Except I wasn't very good.
You were better than me. Okay, Dustin, your word is gobbledygook.
Babadook.
Supercalifragilistic.
Mary Poppins.
Sugar.
Umbrellas.
Rain.
Singing in the rain.
Tap shoes.
Quarters.
Order. What the fuck? Oh, I got nothing. Quarters.
Oh, he's talking about the quarter notes of the song, you know?
I was talking about putting
Yeah,
quarters on the
totally.
tips of your shoes. And if you don't have tap shoes. That's what people...
Oh, do you tap, Dusty?
I do not. I feel like we did that in like middle school or something.
Fucking wild.
Oh, so it's like you put it on regular shoes.
Yeah, you like tape
to make them
quarters to your
sound
toe.
like tap shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense. Hey, Dina, do you want to fix your light now or before we start recording?
You need to put the
Here's what's
warning
going
out
on.
of the episode.
I've had, yeah, if you have epilepsy,
Can
don't
you
watch
can
your
you
show.
put it on a cooler setting, please? Because you look a little orange right now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, and I was. But here's the thing: I look pink now.
Okay, but can you dim
Yeah.
it a little bit? That looks the same. That looks the same.
It's as low as it can go. Here,
I
this
think what's happening is your camera is adjusting for its like darkness, brightness setting when you change your lighting, so it's not going to make that big a difference.
Listen to me. If anybody
sorry.
wants to buy me a new ring light, they can just go to my website and my Amazon gift registry.
dinosaurusd.com/gifts. Everybody, she might show you a toe or something. Who knows? We haven't decided.
Yeah,
Cash app.
sure. Yeah, you can
She'll
PayPal me.
vomit on the gift receipt and send it to you.
Okay. Another word.
All
Another
right.
word.
All right.
$500 and I'll vomit on your receipt.
Who did I give gobbledygook to? Was that
That was me.
Dustin?
That was me.
All right, Dina, your next word is Zamboni.
Icebreaker.
Hockey.
Who's the the goalie?
No, you lost. You lost that one. You're
The
supposed to just say a word. You're not supposed to ask a
Stamkos.
question. A question?
Stamkos.
What?
What the fuck is wrong with me?
Steven Stamkos is the fucking goalie.
Stamkos. Yes, everyone knows. Dusty, your word is persnickety.
Lemon.
Lime.
Mojito.
Margarita.
Bill.
The restaurant. Bahama Breeze.
Sex on the beach.
Jonas Brother.
Joe.
Nick. His name is Kevin.
Yeah, no one knows Kevin.
Nobody cares
never
about
heard of
Kevin.
Poor Kevin.
Oh, sorry, Kevin.
All right, we'll do two more. All right? Dina, your word is blunderbuss.
Ninja.
3 ninjas.
Spy.
James Bond.
King Charles.
Prince Harry?
William.
Shatner.
The James Bond. That doesn't.
No.
Can you circle
no.
What is this, a corporate meeting we're circling back to?
We're doing a reprise of the first song from the musical. You know, you got to bring it all back home. Okay. Dustin, the final word is noodle.
Pasta.
Spaghetti.
Meatball.
Italian.
Stallion.
Horse. Oh, shit.
Donkey.
Shrek.
Donkey.
Okay.
Fucking dragon.
Three Little Pigs.
Big bad wolf.
Blow your house down.
Ouch.
Was that the word?
That's the word.
All right, this has been the word association game.
Oh my god.
We've had our fun, and that was probably the most successful version of word association we've ever had on this
I lost
channel.
so bad.
Yeah, Dustin got in Dina's head early, and it was over.
Yeah.
We're going to get a little serious. We're going to put on our serious author hats, if you have them, and talk about how writing schedules. Oh, Jesus, that's worded weird. Writing schedules, adjusting when life changes happens, and finding your creativity in a new
Just
place.
let me do it. Just let me do it.
That's the discussion segment,
Listen,
everybody.
When
I
all
had-
else
I had-
fails, read
I
the
had-
rundown.
I had a fucking speech in my head, okay?
You
And I
just
was
told me you didn't know how to segue into this fucking segment.
I was just reminding myself. Fuck. Okay. So yeah, today we kind of wanted to talk. It's a topic that we have discussed sort of before, but we wanted to give it a little bit of a new spin because we all kind of, as writers, get set into our routines, and we wanted to talk about what to do when those routines get disrupted when it comes to major life changes. And that could be kids, relationships starting or ending, that could be new jobs or moving or things like that, and then how to like reconnect with your creativity in a new place. So now I'm going to put Dustin on the spot. Do you want to start off, or do you want me to start off?
I can start off.
All right.
And I mean, frankly, I can speak to the fact of kind of whether it's a writing ritual, if you're good enough to do that. I say good enough if you're disciplined enough to do that, or if you just have a groove down with your writing. You know, you write relatively regularly. You know that when you sit down, you're gonna put the effort in. You're gonna put the time. I can speak to that changing both when you get into a relationship and when you get out of one, because I did both recently within the past couple of years. And I'm one, I'll preface by saying I'm one who, for better or for worse, it's very easy for me to lose myself in a relationship a little bit. Because I'm committed. Like when I find somebody I like and I really enjoy spending time with, I would like to think I'm a good partner in that regard. But I do sometimes, for lack of a better word, overdo it in the sense that, I find new things I like doing with them, and I may let the things I enjoy doing that I know I need to stay grounded, like in my case, writing,
You lose
photography.
yourself a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I let those go to the wayside a little bit. And I was fortunate enough in my last relationship that she was very encouraging and supportive of my writing, all my creative hobbies, my photography. She bought my book when we first started dating and read it, and somehow still decided to date me for 2 years. So that was a plus. But she was encouraging throughout it, but there's still, the onus is on me to continue to make time for those things.
Right.
There are things that are important to me. There are things that at the end of the day, they make me feel good. When, as well as anybody, sitting down and putting words on the page feels incredible, even if they're shitty words.
Right.
You can, get back to them and mold them and have someone else help you. And so I think, it can be difficult throughout the course of a relationship to stay grounded. And it does help to have a partner who tries to help you with that.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, you can only lead a horse to water. And so,
Oh, God damn it, Dustin.
Shit. My bad. Sorry. And so one thing, in this case, I put a lot of my energy into a new hobby I found, which I'm grateful I found tennis. I'm in the best shape I've been in my adult
right, you did start that,
years. But
You look
I was
good.
Thank you. And I love the sport. It felt nice being good at a sport again. But at the same time, tennis starts taking up time, or whatever new hobby starts taking up time.
Right.
And then, you still focus on the other aspects of your life, taking care of my dog, making sure to cultivate the relationship, making sure to give time to friends and family, and get your alone time. And I'm sometimes really bad at losing that, and getting away from the creative hobbies. And so, this relationship ended back in February, and it was incredibly devastating. And it very much set me off kilter for the majority of this year, and was difficult to work through. And to be honest, I haven't sat down and tried to write truly since April, probably. I have started intentionally carrying around my moleskin notebook with me more often, which I used to do all the time. I was, among my friend group, I was known for that because it was nice to be able to write down ideas wherever. And doing it manually definitely feels a bit better. Sometimes than pulling out your phone and typing in an app. And so I try to do that more often. If I'm sitting having a beer or a coffee somewhere, or if I'm sitting at work, I'm more likely to pull it out and write an idea down. And I've explored a few thoughts here and there. Being in the city is really inspiring. And back to that point, while I would have not made the decision to end this relationship, I did wind up in a city I've wanted to live in for the better half of my life. And I love it up here. There's a lot of new scenery. There's new sights, sounds, smells, sensory experiences.
Do you easily channel your creativity when you're experiencing new things like that then? Or do you have to adjust? Because I kind of have to adjust. I'm not comfortable in new places ever.
Mhm.
So I struggle to find creativity in new environments because I go into a complete and total panic mode when I'm in a new place, and I kind of get very defensive. So I don't explore often. I love to explore, but I get scared to.
Sure.
So I kind of have to force myself to, and then that mental state of forcing myself, I don't find creativity in that. So are you the opposite, or?
I think I am. I could see that being a block, because if you're always on edge, you're always looking over your shoulder. And I'm pretty aware, when I'm walking around here, and there are sketchy areas of Seattle, of course. Since I've been up here, don't tell my mom in case she watches this, but there's been probably a shooting and a stabbing just about every week up here in the Seattle metro area. It's a big city life, right? So I get that. When you're going to a new place, it can be hard to think on the creative side of it. And I would say I'm better at taking it all in and coming back and regrouping later and kind of put it down. Kind of like when we talked about my book when I was on here previously, I took notes when I was in Italy, but it took going through the trip before I was really able to process everything. And it's the same thing here. I am definitely, there's a part of me that's looking around for a new story idea, right? Thinking, looking for inspiration, and there's plenty out here. You see lives every day happening. You start wondering, what if I was in that situation? Or you wonder what people's stories are. I think that's also frankly a perk of living somewhere that I haven't lived my whole life. Is, down in Eugene where I lived, I see people, I know everybody, not everybody, every single person, but I know a lot of people. Anywhere I go, I see someone I know, and it's there's no mystery left. And so I think that's part of, why this move is beneficial to me, is it opens a whole new door of possibilities for things that I'm unfamiliar with.
Do you think that you're with the move and everything? Because when I had my son, I kind of, and it could have been hormones. So this is more speaking to that sort of change, but I felt like I lost myself a little bit, which was one of my fears in having children. And I had to take a step back and mentally tell myself, mentally find who I want to be and ground myself in it and hold on for dear fucking life before I could start writing again. And then once I did, I felt I had to sit down and take a beat before I wrote and hold on to that identity of who I wanted to be and who I knew that I was before I could actually write. So do you think that that's something that you've ever struggled with, is like, because we were talking about losing yourself in relationships and things like that? Because I'm the same way. Like when I first started dating my husband, and then when we first got married, like I got very invested in us rather than my creative outlets and things that I enjoyed. And I've since learned to like ground myself and like hold on for dear life, and like it kind of feels physical, like in my chest, where this is mine and I have to draw that hard line. So like, is that something that you've learned since the relationship, or are you still working on that? Like, does that help with your creativity, or is that not how you tick?
It does. And that's a really good question, because I came out of the relationship with a lot of insecurities uncovered, things I've been dealing with privately, and things that came from the relationship ending. And so a big part of it was regrounding myself. Still having a very strong idea of who I am and who I want to be. But feeling like I need a new arena to do that in. If that makes sense. So, I mean, I was surrounded by a very supportive group of friends and family down in my old town. And it was very difficult to leave all that. But at the same time, up here, I can take the best parts of myself, which I did. I uncovered a lot of that during the relationship. Like I definitely grew some of my favorite parts of myself, and then uncovered others and just realized what's important. And so I think the biggest thing I learned is the boundary, right? Like you're saying, is being able to, and I guess, and I back that, I think that's where one of the insecurities I have is I'm not good at setting that boundary of the time, like Sean's saying about making sure to block the time to do the work he's trying to do. I'm not good at that. I've got photos I want to edit. I've got new photos I want to take. I've got places to explore. I've got story ideas to, like, there's all this shit I want to be doing, but I'm very bad at setting the boundary, even right now for myself. But I learned the importance of that over the last couple of years, and I'm slowly on the right track. It's taken a while for me, as I've processed that whole thing, and then as I've worked through this move and gotten settled.
You can kind of take a positive from that, though, and that like you put other people first in such a way that like it's self-sacrificial, which can be a positive and a negative, because yes, you're losing that creativity, but like you're putting other people first, and that's super important. And a lot of people don't do that and don't know how to do that.
Right. And but it's all about balance too. It's everything in moderation. There's definitely a balance to be even the good stuff.
For sure. Sean, cue the music.
We're all about storytelling here at the Don't Make It Weird podcast. And every week we aim to share an entertaining tale. So without further ado,
it's story time with Dinosaurus.
Okay. We're going back, but not that far. Not far enough for the button. All right, we're going back far enough for the button. So when I was about 14, my dad decided that it was time for me to start learning how to drive. Please note, you should only drive legally and don't break the law, because the law is good and we should follow it. Anyway, my dad decided that it was time for me to start learning how to drive. So every Sunday we had this routine, which I think I mentioned on a previous episode. We would go out after church, and he would take me to like the back roads of middle of bumfuck nowhere and dirt roads and 2 houses within a 10-mile radius. Like nothing can happen. We would go driving, and I would learn how to drive, because we're learning how to drive. Anyway, and then afterwards he would take back the wheel, and we would go to the nearest fast food restaurant for a treat, and that was KFC. And
not a sponsor,
but they could. No, actually, I don't want them to be. Fuck them. Fuck them. They got rid of their potato wedges and their hot sauce, bro. Anyway, we would go every Sunday after my driving lesson, and we would order the largest bucket of potato wedges, and we would dump hot sauce all over it, and that was our snack on the way home, and we wouldn't tell my mom. However, one afternoon, we pull up to the drive-thru, and Dad orders the potato wedges, and he asks the lady for hot sauce. And we get to the window.
You've told this before, but I'm gonna let you go on.
No!
Yeah, you have.
Have I really?
Yeah, you have.
There's no fucking way. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
kill
have.
myself.
No,
Are you
go
for
ahead.
real?
I'm for real. For real.
Gets to the window and she only hands us 3 or 4 hot sauces.
Mm-hmm.
And I said that I wanted a bucket of as many hot sauces
Yeah,
as she
fuck
could
me up
give
with hot
us.
sauce.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, fuck, man. Are you for real? I repeated a story.
Yeah, it's okay. We've got new listeners.
I was gonna say, and I
I'm
didn't realize it.
devastated. Maybe I'm telling the story better this time. Levi, go back and listen to the KFC hot sauce episode. Levi's the only one
Levi knows.
dedicated.
Levi will back me up. They know. All right.
All right.
Also, is your dog okay, Dustin?
He is fine. There you go.
Does he need to go outside?
He's
he's
scratching
good.
at something.
He's just walking his nails.
Oh, okay. He's pitter pattering around.
It's
Yeah.
time for an Eggo spotlight.
Oh yeah, you know it's overdue. Eggo, let's
I
go.
love that dog, man. Why is that dog so pretty? For no reason. Anyway,
Eggo
they only
loves
gave us
story
like
time.
3 or 4 hot sauces, and they wanted to like charge us for extra. So we go inside. I remember telling the story now. I'm gonna kill myself.
You can't. You
We
need to
go
kill
inside.
Sean when his life
Let's
goes
not
to shit.
be. Yeah, I need you later when I'm old.
We park the car
3 to
and
5
like he
days.
argues with the lady at the fucking window, and she says that she's gonna charge us for it. And my dad pulls over and he calls corporate, and
He Karens
corporate. Yeah, he did. I don't remember what corporate said or did. Maybe I remember
Did
the
he
last
call
time
the
I told
colonel
this story.
directly?
He called Colonel Sanders and Colonel Mustard.
Both of them.
Yeah, both of them. And
Should have called Colonel Gravy.
then we went inside, and he told me to wait in the car, but I refused.
Of course.
And then we ran inside, and he started screaming at the lady, and like they had this huge screaming match, and he just said he wanted his fucking hot sauce, and he wasn't gonna leave until he got it. And I'm doubting my memory because I've told this before, and I don't want to be wrong, but
Don't
I'm
worry,
90%
we'll link it
sure.
down in the description.
I'm 90% sure that we wound up leaving after a screaming match with this lady. We wound up leaving with the whole box of hot sauce.
This will be a fun exercise in how people the way that they remember things and retell
Yeah, that's
stories
what I was
kind of
thinking.
evolves over time. I think that
Yeah.
if we compare how you told this story 3 years ago to now, it'll be a little interesting.
It's like the telephone game with yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
really
is.
is. We're all
Honestly-
getting old and forgetting things and not remembering things, and all this also romanticizing memories. So
Yeah.
I find myself doing that with friends where I don't quite remember, but I'm trying to remember,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Yeah, that's what happened," and I'm like, "Is it really what happened?" But I don't know. None of us remember.
Honestly, lost my train of thought. So I'm getting old. I'm almost 30.
So they left with a gigantic crate of hot sauce, and that's the reason that
We left with a
I saw
pallet,
that,
bro.
Dustin.
We had
Nice.
to
You
rent
got
a
a
pallet
pallet
jack.
they had to get a forklift, and that's why KFC had to discontinue the hot sauce because Dina and her father took all of it.
Oh, yeah, I remember what I was going to say now. So I switched recently from an iPhone, fuck you, Apple, to a Samsung. And I used to check off on my notes the stories that I've told because I have a whole list of taglines for the stories. None of my check marks transferred from iPhone to Samsung, and neither did my titles.
Yeah,
so
I'm
I
gonna
have to search.
partner with Levi to create the DMIW wiki page that has a list of every story we've ever told, a list of every discussion we've ever had,
You just
every
gave
game
Levi a
we've
new
ever
project.
played.
Conspiracy
No.
theories we've.
Yeah, because I
discussed.
repeated a conspiracy theory too. Yeah.
Levi is our historian, and they would know. what stories we've told. Like, I have no
Absolutely.
idea. I don't remember what I had for lunch yesterday.
That's why I write down stories when I remember them, and I write down the taglines, and then like I leave myself notes in the rundown so that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And yeah.
I do like all your little cute notes to yourself in the rundown. It's fun.
So yeah, that's the encounter with the KFC Colonel.
All
Sorry,
right,
gang,
so
not
it's
new.
once again time for Dina to let us choose our own adventure for a future segment of Storytime with Dinosaurus, and hopefully none of these have been told before.
Yeah, so you can choose from the fast food killer, the summer camp ghost. I don't remember what that one was. And then papa lifting.
You guys should totally vote for the one that she doesn't remember.
Yes.
I have it written down somewhere.
Dustin,
should
what do
just
you think
make
out of those?
Yeah.
I think we
Out
should
of
just
this-
make her tell it now. If she doesn't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Just let her BS it. Since she
Double
told us
story
the bullshit.
time?
Yeah, she bullshitted the last story.
She didn't bullshit the story. It was really similar, but by my memory, it was really similar to the one that she told us 2 or 3 years ago.
God.
And I remember the rant about how you were upset that the potato wedges are no longer around. I'm also upset, but I think a suitable substitute is the Wendy's breakfast wedges. They're really, really good.
They are, yes.
They're
but
really
I don't
good.
have a
Shout out.
substitute for the hot sauce. So
There's like a gazillion hot sauces. You could find something, okay?
not KFC hot sauce.
Oh my God. You have a nostalgic connection, and I understand that.
I love
Why
hot
are
sauce.
you slurping?
Because it's hot sauce.
That's what
That was horrifying.
That's what she
Dustin,
said. There you go.
I should have just
So,
owned it.
Dusty, you think the summer camp ghost is the move because we know that she can't remember what it is, so she's gonna just make up a story?
I think so. But this gives her time. Like she'll have time before the next episode. But that is the one that intrigues me the most either way.
So the rule around here is like the one that sounds the least interesting is probably the one that we should pick.
Mhm. Which is that one?
And you
Oddly.
think summer camp ghost is less interesting than propa-lifting?
Yes.
Because like stealing clippings of plants from a hardware store seems pretty uninteresting to me.
Seems a little
Dina,
psychotic.
don't react. Don't react,
Yeah,
Dina.
no, I'm fine. I'm
Don't
not.
lead the witness.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not.
She's like, I'm not reacting.
I think
As
we
her
su-
face emotes in 107 different ways.
I think we surprise her and make her do all three.
All three would
Oh
work.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look through like my note of my story so that I know what the fuck I was talking about.
All right, so like I would go with propa-lifting, and I think Daniel would too because he knows the rule. But I think Dustin has a good point. I mean, you said you don't remember this story, and yet it's on your fucking choose your own adventure list. So
I
let's
picked
let
it
the people
today.
decide. I'm going to put that in the poll. I'm going to say Dina doesn't even remember this story, and we'll see what the people think.
Okay.
But now, Dusty, we hope you're still our friend after this, pal.
I should have started drinking at noon.
Yeah.
No, buddy, we need you lucid for this.
I thought you were gonna say loose, not lucid.
I did too.
And I
Oh
was
my
like,
God. Dina, could you read the script, please?
oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was so excited for this. Every week, we celebrate some of the worst erotic literature in history, often selected by the Literary Review, a British literary magazine, in a segment that we call Cringy Copulation.
Gee, baby.
This week, my co-host Dustin is going to be reading from Basted, a Sentient Object Monster Romance by
Happy
Abby
Thanksgiving,
Hunter.
bitches.
Myself and Daniel have collaborated on the choice for this one, and we hope that you all enjoy.
Dina and Daniel, baby, collaborating together.
Abigail Hunter was born and raised in Scotland, first a gardener, then a carpenter, like Jesus, now an author. She writes steamy
Just like
stories
Jesus,
with
baby.
passionate, heartfelt characters who always get their happy endings.
Dustin, check those Twitter DMs, my friend.
Got it ready. Yep. All right. I'm Master Baster, but you will call me Master. And the two Basters right in front of you are my brothers, Pip and Chet. Why that part? I looked to the wide pans in front of me. Another long Baster sat next to the plump ham, the same size as Master, but with a gray bulb. The other one, filled with rich red wine gravy, was much smaller, about 5 inches with a yellow bulb. I felt new
5
energies.
inches, that's huge.
Felt new energies traveling around my body. They went all over my neck, curling around my nipples, trailing up my thighs, and brushing over my pussy. The deep voice spoke again. We've heard your wish for Thanksgiving to be special, and we're here to provide. You're the perfect woman for us. I like Thanksgiving food.
All right, hold on. Before we react.
That didn't make you like it more?
We have to give context here because this story, I found this story and I gave it to Daniel because I couldn't bear to read it. This woman is dating a chef and she shows up dressed as a turkey, feathers and all, to his restaurant and like to surprise
because
him
he
for
has
like
a
little
food
schmancy
sex,
time.
like he has like a food sex fetish, right?
He
he's like
enjoys stuffing.
He's like a
Yeah, he loves stuffing and stuffing. You know what I mean? He loves stuffing. You know what I'm saying?
It's like American Pie. I got the reference too.
Oh my God, have you seen that movie, Dina?
No.
Oh my God.
No, I
Add
just
it to
know
the
that he
list.
sticks his junk in a pie. Anyway,
He does fuck a
okay.
pie, yes.
So that's her boyfriend. And she walks into the restaurant and he's cheating on her. And then when she's like storming out, she sees this turkey baster that she decides is attractive. And it turns out it's sentient. And then they start a relation. It starts out like where she just has like warm feelings for him. And then he like injects
You're
her with
talking about
his
this
turkey
like you've
juices.
read it.
I think she read. That's one of the 4 books she read last week.
Okay, you know what, you guys? We shouldn't talk about this right now because Dustin's not done. We got another fucking part of this book for him to read right now. And we're going to talk more about it in just a moment. But Dusty, got another DM for you, friend.
All right. I don't know how to sound like a baster.
Clear that throat, baby. Clear it out.
Wait, it's got to be squishy though. Sorry.
I'm going to come, Master growled as I sucked, taking it even harder. My hands sped up, faster and faster, until he gave a rough shout. He burst inside my mouth, and a gurgling cry came from me as I took as much of him as I could. With a final flick of my juiced-up fingers against my clit, I nearly fell off the stool as an orgasm ripped through me. He was so far inside me that I couldn't make a sound. He kept pouring and pouring until I was spluttering and gagging. I was sure my stomach would overflow with his juices, and I was so grateful to be stuffed this Thanksgiving. When I saw the subtitle, when you put this in the thing, I was like, what the fuck is a sentient object monster romance? Now I know.
Oh, you know.
So it's polyamorous too, because there's 2 other
multiple
turkey basters. Yeah, there's multiple
Who has more than one? A chef.
I have 2. Well,
I don't base
that's
anything.
inappropriate in this
Tim.
I
Does that include Tim? Or is that just...
I'm so glad I'm spending Thanksgiving on a fucking boat.
Oh God,
Bring your baster.
She has babies with them, and one comes out
Little
pink,
turkeys?
and one comes out red, and one comes out brown.
Yeah, so
Like a turkey.
What are
Daniel,
the babies though?
you guys,
I don't know.
Human?
even though Daniel is not permitted to show himself on camera, he did send me a pigeon, a carrier pigeon mail with notes for this reading. And number 1, it's 69 pages long. Nice. That's a really short book, you guys. Like Dina could hammer that out in 20 minutes.
I'm good. I don't need to.
Number 2, the word juice or juices or juicy appears 120 times in this story. In 69 pages. Nice.
So that's some moist meat. Got it.
And must have been a wet brine. the MC gets pregnant. This is playing off of what Dina just said. The MC gets pregnant with triplets from 3 sentient sex god turkey baster siblings. Here's the thing, you guys, before I finish reading this, Daniel does his research. He read this whole fucking thing.
I texted him at 8 this morning.
And read it, you guys.
I texted him at 8 this morning and I said, I can't bring myself to read this. I need you to do this.
And he read it to curate these readings for Dustin Taylor.
He texted me blow by blow, like quotes and pictures.
Interesting choice of phrasing.
He said, the MC gets pregnant with triplets from 3 sentient sex god turkey baster siblings. It is unclear what those children are. They might be turkeys or basters or humans. Anyway, they end up together in a polygamous brother-husband situation. Listen, you guys, we've read about like people fucking Clippy from Microsoft Word. We've read about we've read about dead bodies getting fucked. This is the weirdest thing I think we've ever read. This has gotta be, I mean, Dina, would you agree?
This is the weirdest. This has
gotta be the weirdest thing that we've ever
there's
read.
been weird human sexual shit, but this is way over it.
I just love that we don't know what the offspring is.
Yeah. Makes room
and you
for
know
a
what?
sequel.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem that I have. I can see her train of thought because it's like a joke in sitcoms and melodramatic shows or whatever that a woman can get pregnant with a turkey baster and like whatever. So I see where she went with this. She was like, Thanksgiving turkey baster can get pregnant. Like I see where she went with it, and I hate that I see where she went with it.
She went with it.
Yeah, like why
but
would
that
you?
implies that the dude fucked the turkey baster and filled it with his
you just
juice.
have to collect it.
Yeah,
And
it's psychos, Sean.
Yeah.
just keep it in a cup or your hand and just.
Dina, is that how you did it? You seem like really knowledgeable on the subject.
I watched Jane the Virgin. Okay. You're just turkey baster.
Lord, thank you, Daniel, for sending me this from beyond the grave.
Yes, thank you for
appreciate
being present in your way, Daniel.
If you guys have any thoughts on the basted reading that we just did with Dustin Taylor, give us a call. Dina, what number should they call?
They can call us at 347-69-WEIRD. That's 347-699-3473, the Eagle.
You can text us too. Text us every once in a while.
Shit.
We miss you.
Text are nice.
Yeah.
Why don't you text us anymore, you guys?
Send me a love letter, guys. I've never got one.
Dina's only ever gotten one love letter from her sister, and it was a prank.
with a giant bouquet of orchids.
It was a mean-spirited prank, but you got orchids out of it, so that's nice.
Well, that's not a cheap prank.
It was. Yeah, I think she stole the money, but it's fine.
Save that for story time later. Hey, Dustin, thank you so much for joining us as guest co-host tonight. Can you tell us a little bit about where people can find you and where they can find your book?
Yes, I am on Instagram at Dustin Taylor, or excuse me, it's Dustin Taylor, ITS Dustin Taylor, and on Twitter at Dustin Taylor _. I'm also on the Blue Sky situation. I believe it is Dusty Tales, Dusty Tayls.
Just
Sounds
change
like
it every single time, man.
I mean, I can't get the same thing anywhere.
Hey,
you like to play hard to get. I get it.
Is Blue Sky nicer than Threads?
I'm not going to lie. I got off Threads pretty quick. I have barely looked at Blue Sky. Either of them I don't really care. I'm just trying to be there just in case.
Yeah, I get it. Did you have more? I'm
sorry,
I interrupted you.
My novel Catalyst is available on Amazon. Still working on getting the ebook back up there since I self-published it outside
Link in the description.
Yes.
I own it. I owned a signed copy.
Oh, you do, don't you?
Bastard.
Yeah. I even dog-eared the title page.
Oh,
Not yet.
Okay, the title page.
It's about 20 on my TBR.
That's fair.
Because I just don't read.
Offended.
I don't read.
Sean
Listen,
never reads.
I read Dina's latest thing that she wrote, though, so give me a little bit of credit.
You do get credit for that, yeah. And you read Daniel's like super shitty beta version of his book too. So
yeah, I did.
Good. I'm proud of you.
I did.
Yeah,
I haven't read the actual published version of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's good. It was
hasn't gotten
well
better.
edited.
Yeah, I heard that you
That's
edited
true.
it.
Okay, yeah, it has gotten better. Shit. Sean,
there
where
were
can the
some
folks find
changes.
you?
No, go ahead.
No, where can the folks find you?
You can find me on x.com at shaceholdu. You know what I was thinking? We should let the audience decide if we should go to Blue Sky or if we should focus on Threads, because I feel like we're abandoning ship on Twitter. Like we get almost no engagement
Really?
from
Yeah.
the podcast. And
Yeah.
like we got 10 votes on the poll today, which is not a little, but it's not a lot either. Normally we get like 30 or 40 at least. So I think we need to like decide what, because
I've been
I
meaning to
post
talk
on
to you about
Instagram and I post
gonna
on
ask about
Threads
Instagram.
and stuff too sometimes, but I think we need to have one focus area where we can be like, this is where you find us. Like, I don't want to be like, find us on all of these places. Let's choose somewhere.
I agree.
And focus on that because fuck all this shit, dude. Why do we need 27 social networks?
It's obnoxious. And especially for the writers, let me be honest. Like it's a struggle and a half to have to worry about that. And I think Anthony's really good about talking about that. Like having to promote his podcast, promote his comic, promote his Kickstarters and all that stuff. And like,
and even
how do you find creative
he
energy?
He has like 18,000 followers or something, and he struggles with engagement on Twitter.
Yeah.
So, what the hell are we supposed to do with our like 2,000 followers?
I have been meaning to talk to you about that too. Because like, yeah, Twitter just feels, I know we have like a handful of people like Chris and Evan and Levi on Twitter still.
Yeah, but they are all in those other places too. So like if we said,
so it's like,
this is where we are now and we're leaving Twitter, then people would interact with us there, I think.
Yeah.
Also, I know you don't like Threads, but you get a lot of engagement on Threads.
Really?
They're so mean to me on Threads. I don't know why I have somehow attracted really mean people on Threads. And I could be being emotional because it's social media.
I would say opinionated.
They don't understand. I think maybe I'm starting off too strong because on Twitter, I like led up to my personality. And on Threads, I
there
just
was no
kind
ramp.
of
You just went
I got
up.
a little egotistical, and that's wrong because I just kind of assumed that the same people from X were gonna be on Threads.
We're talking
and they
about
would
like
know me,
Instagram and
not.
Facebook folks who have
don't know
migrated.
Me. Yeah. So then they just took to like calling me stupid and names out on my shit, but it is shit, and like they should if they don't know me. So yeah, I'm in that weird place.
Just email me for those of you listener, watcher, viewer, whoever you are. Email me, Sean at dmiwpodcast.com. Let me know where you think we should focus our energies social media wise, and we will take it under our consideration.
I agree. I think that's a good plan.
Yeah.
So you can find me on Twitter X at Dinosaurs D. That's D like D's nuts. Or you can find me on Threads, and please be nice to me. I mute every post now. At
Dina has
Dinosaurs
people that will come after you
DMIW.
if you're not nice.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can call out my hitman.
She's gonna say
or you
shit
can-
that stirs up things anyways. So just
Don't be
That's
that
fine.
one though, Dina.
That's who I am. Or you can buy me a gift from my Amazon wish list.
DinosaurusD.com/gifts.
Thanks.
Is that the
All right.
actual fucking? Hold on, let me make sure that's the address.
I was gonna say you've said that like 3 times in this episode. I hope it's right.
I don't know. Wait, I've never.
No, it's not. It's /about5. Dina, do you not know how to make a fucking web page?
No.
It's DinosaurusD.com/about-5. Good job, Dina.
Can you fix it?
Please.
I'm fucking dead.
Can you fix it? You have my password.
Hey, Dustin, do you know how we finish every episode? With jazz hands. That's right, friend.
Hey.
Thanks, everybody. We love you. Good night.
Thank you.
I'll blow a kiss, I guess.
No, I'll cut it off before that. It's fine. I'll cut it off before your half-assed, unwanting kiss. Don't make it weird. with Daniel Quigley, Dinosaurus, and Sean Holden. Produced and edited by me, Sean Holden. Theme song by Amaria. The song you're hearing right now is written and performed by Anthony Lafusi. You can rate and review this show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods, and wherever else you download your podcasts. Got a question for Daniel or Dina? Call the Don't Make It Weird hotline at 347-69-WEIRD. That's 347-699-3473. Leave us a message. It could be featured on a future episode. If you haven't already, please subscribe to Don't Make It Weird on YouTube for the video presentation or on your favorite podcast app for the audio-only version of the show. We'd also like to give a huge shout-out to our amazing Patreon supporters. Your support means the world to us. Shannon Bright, Matthew S., Lance Denton, Stephen Howard, Levi Burzloff-Lutt, AC Alabaster, RM Hamrick, and Chris. If you'd like to join our Patreon and get access to exclusive content for just $1 a month, head over to patreon.com/DMIW. Thank you so much for listening, and we love you.
Don't make it weird. Was that okay?